LoreWarrior Online. AF-1 Arctic Fox. Overview. The Kellhound's first Omnimech came with their salvage from Luthien. Recognising the value of a reconfigurable mech, Morgan Kell had the LoreWarrior facilities attempt a clone of the machine. However, only after Phelan Kell and his wolves in exile arrived were the final bugs worked out. In return for the Kellhound's material support for Phelan's wolves, clan technical advisors helped the Kells finish reverse engineering a clan Ulla, known to the clans as a Kit Fox. Though the Kells have access to clan material, the Arctic Fox is built with only Innisphere technology. For logistical as well as strategic reasons, this makes sense. The Kellhounds use most of the clan material that they get for the upkeep of their captured clan mechs, and also, with their support of training farm units and ARDC defense regiments, the Kells wished to offer this versatile design to those who could afford it, but had no clan technology. The Kellhounds do not use the designation of AF-1. In clan fashion, they refer to the basic machine as the Arctic Fox Prime, the name evoking the mech's progenitor, the clan Kit Fox, as well as the new Wolf in Exile clan mech, the Arctic Wolf. Variants are designated A, B, C, and D. Capabilities. Well armoured for a light mech, the Arctic Fox can stand up to most Innisphere designs of a similar weight, and upon reaching an efficient range for its weapons load, the Omnimech is best used holding that range and taking advantage of natural cover. For warriors with a penchant for up-close and personal combat, however, the Arctic Fox does not disappoint. The Arctic Fox's snarling visage is backed by 14 tons of pod space for weapons. Its primary variant relies on an extended range PPC, backed by an array of medium-range weaponry. The A variant borrows from the clan Blackhawk, mounting a blistering array of medium and short-range lasers. The B and D variations are both support machines, the former packing an LB-10X shotgun-style autocannon, while the latter is a straight missile support mech. The C variant is a dueling machine. Its combination of extended range PPC and large pulse laser give it impressive power, made for single combat rather than lance or company action. Deployment. In addition to its position in the Kellhound regiments, Arctic Foxes have been noted in the mercenary Blue Star Irregulars and Dioscuri outfits. The Arctic Fox has also been adopted by a few Garrison Force warriors of Phelan's Wolves, who suffer the Innisphere weapons in return for the ability to reconfigure their mechs. The Arctic Fox, an ugly little spud of a mech. It's 30 tons, its chassis is the AR-3 Endo Steel, its power plant is a 180 GM XL, cruise speed of 65 kph and max speed of 97 kph with no jump capacity. Its armour is the Royal 7 Standard. Armament is 14 tons of pod space, manufactured by LoreWarrior Mechworks on LoreWarrior. Communication system is the K9 communication system. And Type 4 Bloodhound TNT system. The dog references. Oh, they slay me. So, stat-wise, this translates into a mech with a walk of 6 and a run of 9. It has 10 double heat sinks for 20 heat dissipation in total. Its head armor is 9, its CT is 15, its rear CT is 4, it has 11 on the right and left torso with 3 on the rear, and it has 10 on the arms and the legs. As such, this is a, bright average for a 30-tonner in terms of its armament, and its speed is a little slow, let's face it. 6 and 9 isn't brilliant for a 30-tonner, there are some out there that are a lot quicker. But, here's the key thing, being an Omnimech, it does come with a fair amount of weaponry. The primary configuration then is a medium laser in the left arm, an SRM in the left torso, with its ammo mounted there, 25 shots in total, ERPPC in the left torso, another SRM4 in the right torso, and a medium laser in the right arm. So, you've got something for a bit of range, but also the capability of getting up close and personal, and being able to stay in the fight for a long time. 25 shots split between the two SRM4s, not a bad amount of ammo. Alternate configuration A has a small pulse laser in the head, with 2 medium pulse lasers in the left arm, 2 small pulse lasers in the left torso, some jump jets, 1 in the left and the right torso, and 2 more medium pulse lasers in the right arm. So, no fuss, no muss, it can jump about a bit, and it gets in, and it just wubs you to death. Pretty good to hit ratio as well, with the +2 bonus to your rolls for small, not for just for small, but for pulse lasers in general. Heat-wise, probably a little toasty after a bit, but not too bad. Alternate configuration B, LB-10 in the left arm with 20 shots of ammunition mounted in the left torso. It has a medium laser in the right torso, and that's pretty much it. Urban combat fighter, I imagine, or just something that gets up close and unleashes all of its rounds as quickly as possible before it has to retreat. The C configuration, again, is the dueling ones it mentioned, ERPPC in the left arm, large pulse laser in the right arm, and then the D configuration, who doesn't love the D? The LRM-10 in the left arm with Artemis fire control mounted there, 12 shots of ammunition, and then another LRM-10 with the same configuration in the right arm. No other weapons available. But what I do like about it is the fact that it has the versatility. It's freakishly ugly, though. I mean, the art doesn't do this thing any justice. Yeah, so this doesn't have any other artwork, unfortunately. There's a few sketches out there which you can find where people have done a much better job with this mech. The head section is this massively freakishly elongated thing. It looks ungainly, and it immediately looks are a lot of thing for people when they look at a battle mech, regardless of what the build could be. It could be the most power efficient build that's ever come about, but you look at the thing and you go, I don't really want to run that as my mech. You know, if you're doing like a tabletop RPG thing, or if it's just like part of a long campaign and you've all got one mech each or something like that. This isn't the kind of thing that you want to go, I want to pilot a light, but I don't want to pilot that light. And it's a shame because, yeah, the builds are actually pretty good. I mean, I love the idea of the Delta configuration with the twin LRM systems. Not too, but it's because as a lot of the time I look at this from the perspective now of if I'm picking units to go up against players, and something that's equipped like the Delta configuration isn't so bad that it's going to outright kill players in a couple of turns, but it's also annoying enough. It acts exactly as it's supposed to. It's a harasser with its ability to move about half decent speed, and it can just, you know, loose some missiles for several turns and just be a right pain in the arse. But any return fire on it, due to its armor complement, isn't going to survive very long, which is perfect. Like the C configuration is a great one in the scenarios. It says there's a dueling version, so you can have the player say, you know, accept a duel from a wolf in exile pilot, or someone, you know, somebody who's a bit of an arse or whatever, and the player's like, you know, I'm gonna drop this guy, and this is the thing they turn up in, and it's a little bit worrying, yeah, because, you know, it's got some high damage output weapons, but again, if the player's smart and, you know, and the die is with them, you get the scenario where you can come out on top of a, you know, relatively dangerous mech for its weight class. And some of the other builds, yeah, are quite good. And you can have them be quite nasty, where you can have the alpha configuration hopping along, you know, from over a building or from a piece of low cover and dropping in amongst the group. And, you know, it's got all these pulse weapons, so it's got, you know, the possibility of just like slicing up some player's mech, and then, you know, everyone panicking with this thing attacking them. And even the primary configuration is one that I would imagine would be a good one for players to have. I mean, an ERPPC combined with a bunch of mediums and SRMs, it's a really good build. And in games like MechWarrior Online and that, it's also relatively good. This could be implemented with no problem. Of course, they don't have Innisphere Omnimechs, but if they did, it would probably be a front runner and would definitely be due a redesign. But overall, I like the Arctic Fox. The background of it's quite nice. It's nice with the Kellhounds that have, you know, their own Omnimech. It makes sense, and yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it. So yeah, it's Arctic Fox. That's it. I've finished for this video. There are plenty more, of course. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, have a good one. Bye.